What up, Saddle Clubbers? We're up to episode 11. Yeah, nearly halfway there, nearly. I won't hesitate much anymore and we're going to jump straight into it.
For a magnificent horse and a symbol of life to help us accept his death. Anyone else want to say anything?
You knew him better than anyone, Carol.
But it's so heartbreaking to say, like, obviously Veronica is grieving more than Carol, and to say you knew him better than anybody else, that's like really rude to say. Like, yes, she just didn't spend enough time with him as she should have and took care of him as much as she should have, but that is really rude to say, and I would punch anyone in the face if they said that at my pet's memorial. Like, that is just so heartbreaking to hear.
Cobalt was a special horse. He was brave, proud, courageous, sometimes hot-tempered. He wouldn't be much of a stallion if he wasn't.
What are you kidding me? Like, that's a mare. Like, people blame that type of behaviour on a mare, not really a stallion.
I just don't think it's fair.
What?
This, the lesson. How can you just pretend like everything's fine, like nothing's changed?
Does everyone feel like that? But you're all here for your lesson. What does that tell me? That you want to get over what's happened and move on. And that's good. And I assume you want to learn to be better riders, right? It's okay if you're not up to it today, Sam. You want to sit out of the jumping? Okay. Who's next?
I'll go.
Yep.
Mac seemed a bit hard on Sam. Like, I know, like, if you had a car crash, getting back into a car would bring back so many traumatic memories. Yes, Sam should have said beforehand, no, do you mind if I not attend the jumping lesson? You know, I don't feel ready. He shouldn't have tucked up and willingly gone. But, like, to treat someone else as if, you know, this happened a week ago, should be over it by now, for God's sake. You know, I would assume, like, being in a car crash or any type of accident brings back so many traumatic memories that it takes a long time to get over things, and everyone's different. Everyone's going to recover differently. So it's just not fair to treat people as if, you know, it's been a week. Like, I get Max has experienced horse deaths many times and he's used to that. But Sam, this was obviously his first experience and he feels guilty in a way. It's not fair to treat people just because you know how to experience death and trauma very well that he doesn't.
She's been fussy about her feet lately. Won't let anyone lift them without a fight.
Any sign of pain? Swelling?
No, she's just being stubborn.
She's entitled.
She's got that human ear thermometer again, so she's not checking a horse's temperature correctly. You need to get those metal stick ones and put it up its ass. That is a human thermometer that you put in our ears. You don't put it in horses' ears.
Dr. Judy, what are you doing here?
I'm on my way to an appointment. I just thought I'd see how you were doing.
Fine.
I'm sorry I snapped at you the other day, Carol. I know how much Cobalt meant to you.
You were just doing your job.
It's never easy to put an animal down. If it is, it's time to change jobs.
That's exactly right. I remember when I went to, when my sister went to vet school, she would tell me the same thing. The day you find it easy to put a horse down is the day you need to change your job. Because it's never going to get easy. It's never going to, you're never going to feel that pain or sympathy and empathy. It's always going to be with you, and you are never, ever, ever going to find it easy to do that. So that's absolutely right. The day you find it easy to put an animal down is the day you need to change your job.
But sometimes saving an animal only prolongs its pain. And when that happens, it's much kinder to put them to sleep.
And that's exactly what happened to my horse Secrets. When we retired her, her arthritis wasn't as bad as it was. And the day we got the call that she had slipped and couldn't get up, the vet that we were adjusting from lived across the road, and he came over. He was a retired vet, and he said this was the worst case of arthritis he'd ever seen in his entire career. And hearing that sank my heart, because I was just like, my poor baby, like, not, why didn't we do this earlier? It would have been easier, would have been, I guess, less harsh to do. But like I said, like Judy said, that moment never gets easier. We always knew that day was coming. It was just when would that day come.
And sometimes you can save them, but the owners just tell you not to bother.
There was nothing else we could do for him. The D'Angelos made the right decision. Cobalt died peacefully, surrounded by the people who loved him. Would you rather he was still suffering?
No.
This isn't just about Cobalt, is it? You're becoming such a great assistant, too. Your mum would have been proud of you.
Thanks, but I don't want to be a vet anymore.
Okay. But if you change your mind, you let me know, all right?
Starlight was so down today. He knows something's wrong.
Of course he does. Kara's never been away from him for more than a day.
Exactly. She loves...
Is she just gonna leave the cordial on the bench that's lid on? At least put the lid back on. That is one of my biggest pet peeve, when people just don't put things back in the fridge or leave the lid on. That, oh, hate it.
Horses. She doesn't really want to give it all up.
Hi. Sorry I haven't come to see you. You're mad at me, huh?
Don't worry, I won't let Veronica buy you.
I'll find something nice for you.
Trust me, you don't want to be around me. First it was my mom, then Cobalt. It's like I'm jinxed.
But it's not your fault they died. Like, just because people and animals are going to die around you doesn't make it your fault. And I know some people feel guilty about it, but we can't all live forever. And unfortunately some go earlier than others, but just because they do go, it doesn't mean it's your fault in any way. It's just their time.
You're not listening to a word I'm saying, are you? What am I gonna do without you? Veronica, leave me alone! Ow! Watch my arm! You're not getting Starlight.
I don't want your ugly horse.
I don't know how you can even look at another horse after what you did to Cobalt. What? How dare you say something? If it weren't for you, Cobalt would still be alive. I'm not gonna let you kill Starlight too.
I told you. I don't want Starlight. I'm not buying another horse.
Stevie said...
How would she know anything?
You're really not getting another horse?
My parents were looking at a really expensive jumper, but I talked them out of it.
Why?
You were right. If it wasn't for me, Cobalt would still be alive. He didn't want to jump that fence, but I whipped him.
I think it's really important for people to know, especially people who are in the horse industry. You should know one thing. Horses are very strong animals. Like, if I got a horse crop and whipped my leg, it would hurt because my skin is quite thin. Whereas as a horse, it's quite thick. So a whip doesn't hurt a horse if it's used appropriately. It's kind of like a little tickle to say, you know, come on, get up, get up. So when you whip a horse, understand that even though people being really strong like that, horses have really, really thick skin, and sometimes that's the only way to communicate with them. So it's not a big whip like if we did against our legs, which would hurt. It's kind of like a little tickle for them to say, you know, come on, get up, get up. So crops and whips do not hurt horses in any way. They have got much thicker skin than us and will not hurt them in any way. And that's why they are able to be sold in stores and not really sold with licenses. They do not hurt horses, I can promise you that.
He didn't want to let me down.
It's okay.
Hi, Sam. You know, there's truth behind that old cliche, Sam. You've got to get right back on that horse again.
I've been riding.
If I hadn't challenged Veronica to that stupid jump-off, nothing would have happened.
It's so sad that he's put guilt on himself, that he's blamed himself for starting the jump off. It wasn't his idea, it was Veronica's. He just went along with it. And it breaks my heart so much that people change the story so much that it makes you feel guilty. You shouldn't feel guilty in any way. You didn't choose what someone did to their horse.
Are they talking to each other?
Dr. Judy!
What is it?
Something's wrong with Delilah. Dr. Judy, what's wrong?
How would Dr. Judy know she's not there? Give her a sec to get to the horse before you ask what's wrong.
Follow me.
Veronica, I thought you might like to have this.
When did you take that? At the open house last year. It's not a very good picture.
Oh, habits never die.
Dr. Judy. Hi, Carol. If you need any help with Delilah's pregnancy.
I'm counting on it.
Really? Well, I could be there for the birth. I mean, if it's okay with you.
Great.
But that does not mean that I've decided to be a vet.
Who says you have to?
I kind of promised my mom.
When you were how old? 6?
5.
When I was 5, I wanted to be a cat.
That is so true. My career choices since I was 5 have changed dramatically. I have been through so many careers, so just because you say you're going to be something at that age, trust me, maybe 1 out of 5 get that to that dream. The rest of us choose different career choices.
I'm pretty sure all your mum wanted was for you to be happy.
Exactly.
You know that I'm never, ever gonna believe you, ever.
How come? I can't believe you guys told me that Veronica was gonna buy Starlight. It worked, didn't it?
I missed you guys.
And another episode done and dusted. Yeah, if you did like this video, again, give it a big thumbs up, and also please do subscribe for more. I am planning to go all the way series 3 and also to do more other horse shows and movies. If you want me to, just suggest them and I'll be more than happy to watch them. And yeah, I'll see you next time in the next episode. Bye guys!